You're going to tell us the suggested good time to do it at the same time every day.
Right.
We have this for you as a while supplies last from Veridian, which is a brand that doctor's offices use. It's very, very popular. And chances are when you get your blood pressure taken at the doctor's office, they have a version of a blood pressure machine by this same brand. 3 payments of $9.99 for ours, and you can choose purple, blue, or green. Tell us all about it.
Well, I have to tell you, Carolyn, the statistics are staggering. It's 1 in 3 adults who have high blood pressure. 1 in 3 women have high blood pressure.
That's scary.
And 65% of the people over the age of 60 have high blood pressure. So that's pretty alarming. And when you think about it, there are no symptoms, as you just said. And when there are no symptoms, how are you going to know whether or not you have it? You need a monitor in your home. You know what your weight is. You have a weigh scale in your home. You know what your temperature is. You probably have a thermometer in your home. You need to know that 120/80 is a normal blood pressure, and that's what we shoot for. And this one really has all the bells and whistles. It gives you a 60 memory reading so that you can take this to the doctor and show it to him that you actually took your blood pressure. We suggest when you get it home, take it first thing in the morning, get what your normal resting heart rate is, and then take it a few times throughout the day just to see where it may be. If it shows up high, it is the kind of thing where you want to go to the doctor's office. So can we practice on you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this towards you, but we're going to turn your wrist in
that
this way.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to adjust it with the hook and loop closure. And it's one-touch control. So what you're going to do when you get this home is just put the batteries in, press the start button, and now you are good to go. So there you have it. It's beginning to take your systolic and diastolic rate automatically, and you see the heart. That means it's taking your pulse. Down below is a date and time stamp to tell you the time and the date that you took this blood pressure reading. There are 4 buttons. One is for memory, a start and stop button, and a set button for the date and time. It couldn't be easier to control something that has no symptoms. 131/85, you're actually pretty good. That's not really that.
That's higher than
normal.
What mine probably really
and
is.
And you're probably on some cold medicine as well, because I know you're not feeling that great. Which brings a great story. A friend of ours, yours and mine, was on here, was in the studio, and we were taking his blood pressure just to fill these up, and it kept coming in really high. And I said to him, "Do you have high blood pressure?" And he said, "No, what are you talking about?" I said, "You really should see a doctor." He went to the doctor 2 days later, found out a cold medicine he was taking over the counter was putting his blood pressure through the roof.
Wow.
He was at risk for a heart attack and had no idea. A young man in his 30s who's active. So it doesn't have an age, there's no age discrimination here.
It's just important to know your blood pressure.
Right.
It's just like knowing your temperature. It's like knowing your weight. It's like knowing anything else that you need to know to have good health and to be in charge of your health. So this is just an easy thing to add to your regimen of good health care at home. And especially if you are taking medication or you are a candidate for monitoring your blood pressure for other reasons in addition to just knowing for good health, for well-being.
Right.
So again, this will store up to 60 readings.
Exactly, and I'm scrolling through them right now. So all you do is press this memory button, and you can take this to the doctor's office and say to him, you know, I might have white coat syndrome today, meaning I'm nervous because I'm in the doctor's office, just like you're on air right now, so you might have an elevated reading. Look what my readings have been for the last 60 readings, the last 60 days. He gets a fuller heart picture for you, which means you're giving him more information, which is always good. And again, it's Veridian. It's a name that is already probably in your doctor's office.
Now, let me just show you what you're getting. And our blue choice is very, very popular already. We also have it, as I mentioned, in purple and in green. You get the storage case. You also get the batteries that you need, which are 2 AAAs. Those are included, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you need to run out and buy. You can get this out of the box, insert the batteries, and start using it right away. When is a good time to take my blood pressure if I'm going to do it like once a day?
You should take it first thing in the morning.
Okay.
When you swing off the bed and put your feet on the floor, before you stand up, take your blood pressure. That will give you what we call a baseline reading for the day. But we also suggest that you do then take it sporadically throughout the day. And the reason we suggest that is because your blood pressure fluctuates throughout the day. And you need to know what that fluctuation is for you. I just turned it on. Now I'm going to just press the button right here, and I can easily scroll through all 60 of my readings.
Fantastic. Let's say hi to Vicki, who is in Iowa. Hi, Vicki. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I am fine, thank you.
Good. It's nice to have you on the show. Tell Lori and I, do you have a Veridian blood pressure monitor, or are you picking one up?
I do not have one right now. I have had one in the past, and it kind of just went, by the wayside and stopped working because it was very, very old. So anyway, I just have had some issues with being lightheaded and, just kind of not feeling right on target. So my doctor suggested I get another one and have it at home and keep track. So.
Oh, that's great. And it does give you peace of mind, I think, just to know.
It surely does. And you know what, Vicki, what's great about this one is it's clinically accurate. There are other blood pressure monitors out there that you can buy that may not cost as much, but you need to make sure you're getting one that's clinically accurate, and that's what you're getting with this Veridian.
Yes, yes. I know now that, and it's, I will say another thing about it is that being that I live by myself, this is much easier for me to put on my wrist as to try to wrap one around my arm and try to get it tight enough and, So.
Yeah, and this has a real easy hook and loop closure, so you literally put it on and it sticks right to you.
Exactly. Yep.
Perfect.
That's a main feature I like. Yeah.
And you can get it on yourself without help, which is super
Exactly.
easy.
And remember, it's on that left wrist and it's facing you.
Facing you.
Yes. Yes.
So, well, Vicki, congratulations on taking charge of good care of your own health. And this is an easy step to take.
Talking to me. Yeah, you ladies have a good day.
Thank you,
Vicki.
You too, Vicki. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Can we try it on you one more time?
Yeah, actually, I just did another one, and it was about the same. We'll do it one more time.
So all we're going to do is you're going to sit quietly. You put it on your left wrist facing you, and you keep your arm at heart height. You press the start button, and that's all you need to do. This is going to take your systolic, then your diastolic rate. It's going to show you your pulse as soon as you see that little heart starting to go there, and it gives you the date and time stamp of the day and time that you took it. It also has an irregular heartbeat indicator on it, which is important because if your doctor doesn't know you have an irregular heartbeat, now he will, which is something you want to keep track of as well. So there it is, 130/88. Again, it's a little elevated, but not much. Your pulse is very good, 66, and there's your date and time, so it's perfect.
I think these are indispensable.
They really are.
I don't know why anybody would not want to have one of these at home. And you and your spouse can share one if you want to. But at this price, which is while supplies last, which is really awesome, under $10 a payment, you might want to each have one separate and keep all of your own separate readings in there. But again, when these are gone, they're gone. We were able to get a limited quantity of these at a special price from Veridian. Again, a very, very popular brand in blood pressure monitors. Many doctors' offices use the same brand. And we are passing along our great savings to you with those 3 payments of under $10. So choose the green, choose the blue, or the purple.
Yeah, and
comes with the batteries.
And Carolyn, the statistics speak for themselves. 1 in 3 adults have it, 1 in 3 women have it, and 65% of the people over the age of 60 have it. So do you know your numbers is the question.
The normal range is what?
Is 120/80. Exactly.
So if you're just a little bit above that or a little bit below that, you're okay. But if you are way above, if you're way below, you might be passed out.
Right. Well, you still want to go to the doctor.
If you're way off of that number right there, definitely check.